What up, guys? This is
Cheevo, guys!
back here again with another achievement guide. Today, we're going to be focusing on Access Denied. This game is a puzzle game and it takes about 30 to 45 minutes to get the full 1000 gamer score or platinum trophy. On top of that, it's only $4.99. The game is published by Ratalaika Games and it was developed by Snail. The game was actually released in February of 2019. However, I'm trying to catch up on all of the Ratalaika guides that I missed. That way, this channel will have video guides for every single Ratalaika game. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Hellinouille from the Steam forums for Access Denied. That is the written guide that I used to make this video guide. As usual, I'll have a link for this written guide down in the description or pinned comment below. So let's go ahead and get started. Now we do have a handful of miscellaneous achievements, however we're going to go ahead and get these knocked out right now. The first one is for pressing an on and off switch 100 times. So go ahead and you want to start off by mashing the button 100 times. Eventually you're going to unlock the turn on off achievement worth 80 gamer score for toggling a switch over 100 times. Next, you want to let 3 minutes pass by because we have an achievement or trophy for spending 3 minutes on one puzzle. That's called the It Was Hard achievement worth 80 gamer score. At that point, you've waited long enough where you could skip a level. To do this, you need to take your pointer and hover it over the icon on the upper left hand side of the screen and press B. This will skip a level and it will unlock another miscellaneous achievement. Now that we got that one knocked out of the way, what we want to do is go back to the level select and select level 1 because we didn't actually complete it. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to complete this level, and then there's actually another achievement for going back and completing a level that you've already completed. So the goal is to complete it real quick. You can complete this puzzle nice and simple by pressing on all of the switches. There's 4 different switches total, 4 different sides. After you complete the level, as I mentioned before, you want to go into the level select and select that level once again. You're also going to get an achievement for completing your first level. After that's unlocked, once again, we're going to go and play the first level. And this is because we have an achievement or trophy related to completing a level that we already completed before. The first one is nice and simple. Again, you just need to toggle on all 4 switches to complete the puzzle. After you do this, you should unlock the last miscellaneous achievement. That's called One More Time, worth 80 gamer score, for completing a previously passed level. Now at this point, all we have to do is complete the game. The game has 36 puzzles total. After you've completed all 36 levels, you should have your full 1000 gamer score or platinum trophy. Now, on this next puzzle, what you need to do is you need to hold A on the dial, and then you need to press either left or right to switch the dial. What you want to do is put the dial to the purple dot on each of the sides, and this will complete this puzzle nice and easy. Personally, I found that I had trouble controlling the dial at first. That was until I learned how it works exactly. So, on to puzzle 3. Again, we have to do 36 puzzles total. Each one is different. So, we're going to switch the yellow bar to 8. They may be in different locations, so go by color. Yellow 8, 2 red, and 5 blue. Enter those numbers and you should complete the puzzle. On to puzzle 4. In puzzle 4, what we have to do is collect all of the yellow sparks. The only thing is that as you move, you fill in the blocks behind you. So just follow the same path that I do. You want to go up, up, left, left, and then we're going to go down 4 times and pick up that yellow spark. And then we're going to go left 3 steps, 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go up twice, pick up that spark, go up 2 more spots, go left 4, and down 4. At that point, you should complete the puzzle. On to puzzle 5. In the next puzzle, what we have to do is input 8 different numbers that add up to 55. So, what we're going to do is enter in 9 5 times, then you want to press 2 1 time, and then you want to press 7 1 time, and then 1 1 time. That's going to add up to 55, and you should complete that puzzle. On to puzzle 6. In puzzle 6, we have to take the colored blocks and put them in the corresponding corners. So as you can see, I took the yellow block and I put it in the corner with the yellow light. I'm going to do the same for the 2 blue blocks. After you do this with all 4 blocks, you will complete this puzzle. You should end up unlocking your next achievement or trophy, this one for completing the 6th level, that is worth 80 gamer score. On to level 7, or puzzle 7. Let's take a look. So, this next one, the way that we're going to complete this one, well, to make it nice and simple, just press the same buttons that I press. You're going to press that button, and then this button right here. That's going to move them all in the same row, and then press the rows that are hollow. That is going to complete that puzzle. On to puzzle 8. In puzzle 8, you simply want to follow the same path that I take in effort to go pick up that spark. You want to go up 4 steps, you want to go right 2 steps, down 4 steps all the way to the bottom, and then right 2 steps, up 5 steps all the way to the top, and then you want to go right 2 steps, down 2 steps, right 2 steps, up 2 steps. Feel free to rewind it if you need to. On to puzzle 9. In puzzle 9, what you want to do is look at the cube in the corners, and what you want to do is line up the colors on the graphs. So we're going to see that on the left hand side, the red one is at the top, so we're going to line that one up. And on this one, we have the blue, and then the red, and then the tan. Got those lined up. And you're just going to go from corner to corner and try to line them all up. Now, eventually, once you've touched all 4 sides, you're going to end up noticing that eventually it doesn't match up. And if this happens, you may want to start on the side that does not have any buttons and then go from there. So you have the side with no buttons, so we're going to match those. And again, you're going to work on matching the corners until you complete the puzzle. I should be getting it here in just a moment. Let's see, we're going to move that, and there we go. Alright, so on to the 10th puzzle. This one's going to be easiest if you just place the sliders in the same position that I placed them in. So, we're going to get the second slider and we're going to move it up 2 spots. We're going to get the third slider and move it up 4 spots. And then you want to get the fourth slider and move it up 3 spots, just below the third slider. And then we're going to get the 5th slider and move it up to the 2nd spot. And then you want to grab the last slider and move it all the way up. This should solve the puzzle. On to puzzle 11. In puzzle 11, we're going to be solving this by pressing the correct switches. What you want to do is just press the same switches that I do. You want to press the 3rd switch, the 5th and 6th, and then the 8th switch. That is going to complete puzzle 11 and on to puzzle 12. For this one, we're going to adjust the camera just a little bit, and we're going to take the red number and we're going to take the slider and we're going to move it to 12. Next, you want to grab the slider for the blue, and you want to move that blue slider all the way up to 15. I guess it's not all the way up, but move it to 15. And then the yellow one, you want to move that to 2. That should solve that puzzle nice and easy. And on to puzzle 13. In puzzle 13, you just want to make sure that you press the 3rd button, the 1st button, the 2nd button, the 4th button, the 3rd button, the 2nd button, then the 4th button, the 3rd button, the 1st button, and then finally the 2nd button. That should fill the meter to 100% and solve that puzzle. On to puzzle 14. You should also unlock your next achievement or trophy, this one for starting the 13th level. This is worth 80 gamer score. Now, for this puzzle, what we're going to be doing is flipping the block over to the side where you see the colorful switches, and what you want to do is activate every switch except for the one on the bottom left, which is a blue switch. So turn on all of the switches except for the lower left one, and then you want to activate the 2nd yellow switch and then the first 3 purple switches. That will solve the puzzle. On to puzzle 15. In puzzle 15, what we're going to be doing is connecting a circuit. You actually have a missable or miscellaneous achievement right here. Well, I guess it's not missable because you have level select. I guess one would call it optional. You want to connect the circuit like that. It's going to turn red and you're going to unlock the short circuit achievement worth 80 gamer score for making a short circuit. After that, you want to make sure that you follow along and make the same circuit path that I do. You want to connect the yellow one like that, and then we need to connect the blue one. The main reason we do it this way is because the circuits cannot be right next to each other. If the paths are right next to each other, it will short it out. Anyhow, that's going to solve that puzzle. On to puzzle 16. This one's also nice and simple. You want to adjust your camera and you want to move the block to the left. And once you get to the side with all of these switches, just make sure that you press the first 3 purple switches. After that, press the first 4 blue switches and then the first 2 yellow switches. That's going to complete puzzle 16. On to puzzle 17. For puzzle 17, we're going to start off with this front face. We want to start off with moving this top slider up 7 ticks to right there. And then you want to move the middle slider just 2 ticks. You're going to find out I go back and adjust it. Just move it 2 ticks. For the next one, or the bottom one, you want to move it 4 ticks. If you did this correctly, the green meter should be filled. Next, we're going to rotate to the left face. Just make sure that you make the same pink circuit and the same yellow circuit that I do. Let's see. We need to adjust it just a bit. You want to go ahead and turn off that one just like that. And that's going to fill that green meter. There we go. That's exactly how you want it to look. Now on to the next face. You're going to move it to the left and you want to turn on the switches kind of like in an X form. After this, we can go ahead and rotate it to the 4th face. And to best explain this one, I'm going to explain it kind of like a clock. You want to position these dials to 825. So I put the outer dial to 25 and the inner dial to 8 o'clock. That should solve the puzzle. Next, on to puzzle 18. For puzzle 18, what we're going to do is we're going to start off by looking at this screen. If you were to adjust the frequency on it, it would show you a picture of what these puzzles need to look like. But you can go ahead and just create them as I do. What you're going to do with this one is you're going to make a rectangle by filling in the slots with the yellow squares. Next, we want to look at the next face to the left, which would be rotating it to the right. And what you need to do is create 2 rectangles, one on the right and one on the left. To do this, you need to fill them in with the yellow blocks. Just follow as I do in this video. That's going to complete the second picture. And for this one's a little more complicated. You're going to move that block down there and that block right there. And then other than that, you're going to put that one right there. It's going to be like in the shape of an eye. And then this one's going to be a rectangle. So just fill that in. And that should complete the puzzle. That's also going to unlock the achievement for completing half of the levels in the game. That one is worth 80 gamer score. Now, this next puzzle is probably going to take a few minutes. Personally, it took me about 2 or 3 minutes, and that's just because it's pretty much a game of memory. So what you need to do is interact with any of these tiles right here, and it's going to reveal a symbol. What we need to do is find the matching symbol. Now, first thing I want to point out is the matching symbols aren't necessarily on the same side. Sometimes they're on completely different sides. So what you're going to have to do is rotate from side to side and start pressing these buttons. And you want to start remembering unique symbols. That way you can match them with the corresponding icon. So as you can see, I've already started to match them up. I suppose you could look at the video to see which ones match. But the thing is I wanted to have it, kind of like live footage. That way you guys can get a good idea of how I actually solved it. So go ahead and just follow along. You can fast forward, a couple seconds if you just want to see the symbols at the end. Personally, I actually enjoyed this puzzle over all of the other puzzles in this game just because I kind of like the good old memory game or memory exercise. So yeah, you just want to keep rotating it. Try to find symbols that are unique and that you can remember easily, and then keep on clicking buttons until you find the matching symbol, and then you want to press both of these symbols that match, and that will keep them lit up. And you want to rinse and repeat this method until you have lit up all of the icons. Once all the tiles are lit, you should complete this puzzle. I'll jump back in with some commentary once we finish this one up. Okay, so that one was a bit of a doozy, but a fun little memory exercise. Alright, so for this one, what we need to do is switch it to the back side, and you want to grab the top slider, and you want to adjust the yellow number to 2, you want to adjust the blue number to 5, and you want to take the red slider and adjust that to 8. We actually don't even need to mess with the side with the colored buttons. Alright, so on to puzzle 21. We're more than halfway there, guys. So first and foremost, we're going to adjust our vision. We're going to rotate it to the side with the tiles. And what you want to do is light up the same tiles that I do. You want to light up 1, 4, 8, 14, 16, and 20. As long as you press those buttons, you should have completed puzzle 21. On to puzzle 22. So for puzzle 22, what we need to do is get the yellow blocks all the way to the blue side and the blue side all the way to the yellow side. To do this, just follow along with the way that I'm moving the tiles over, and you should be able to do this one nice and easy. Alright, so that's going to complete puzzle 22. On to puzzle 23. For this one, what you need to do is follow the same path that I do. But first, we're going to flip it around and go to the circuit board. And what you want to do is make the same circuit path that I do in the video. First thing you want to do is connect this yellow circuit to this yellow arrow right here. And then from there, you want to make a path from that yellow arrow to the pink power symbol. And that's going to light up your whole circuit. And at that point, you can go ahead and flip it over, and you're going to see the spark icons. Now make sure that you follow the same path I do. Go down 1 step, and next you want to go left 2 steps, and then up 3 steps all the way to the top, to the right 3 steps, down only 1 step, to the right 3 steps, all the way to the edge. Then you could go down twice, left once, up once, left 2 times, down 2 times, left 4 times, up 3 times, and then left once. After that, you need to rotate it to the back, to the circuit board once again, and we're going to start on clicking on some of these circuit nodes to have them disappear, and we're going to go ahead and redo this thing. So just make sure that you make it look like I do in my video. Ultimately, the goal is to light up the blue circuit. You still need the pink circuit for power, you just need to adjust it to the blue arrow, just like that. Now you're going to find that the other side looks completely different. You want to start off by moving right 2 times, then we're going to move down 1 time, right 1 time, down 1 time, right 1 time, up 2 times, left once, up once, left once, up once, left as far as you can go, which is 4 times. Then you want to go down once, left 2 times all the way to the edge, down once, right 3 times, down twice, left 3 times. That should complete this puzzle. On to puzzle 24. This next one's nice and simple. All we need to do is press 3 different buttons. First, you want to adjust your viewpoint and go ahead and rotate it to the right. You're going to end up seeing this pad right here with the purple buttons. Press those 3 buttons. That would be button 1, 5, and 6. That's going to complete puzzle 24. On to puzzle 25. With puzzle 25, just make sure that you press the first button, the 4th button, and then the 8th button. That's going to complete that puzzle. Those 2 were really quick. Only had to press 3 different buttons. That's going to unlock our next achievement worth 80 gamer score for starting the 25th level. In this next puzzle, basically we have 3 sides, and what we need to do is take that green meter and fill it up. If we rotate it clockwise to the right, we're going to activate 4, 2, 1, and 3. That was blue 2, not yellow 2. Feel free to rewind if you need to. We're going to activate yellow 3, and then next we're going to activate yellow 2, and then we're going to activate blue 7, and then purple 2. Next, we're going to move to this side with the sliders, and we're going to start off with the yellow slider. For the yellow slider, you want to adjust it to 8. After you adjust the yellow slider to 8, you want to take the red slider and adjust that one to 7. And then finally, you want to take the blue slider and adjust that one to 9. That should complete the puzzle, advancing us to puzzle 27. For puzzle 27, we're going to start off by rotating it to the back side. So we're going to go ahead and adjust our viewpoint and rotate it. Now, once you get to this back side, what you want to do is press the left button 6 times and then press the right button. If you do this correctly, it will light up blue. Next, you want to press the left button 8 times and then the right button. It will light up yellow. Then you want to press the left button 4 times and then the right button, and the purple light should activate, ending the puzzle. You need to make sure to input it fairly fast for it to work. On to puzzle 29. First thing we want to do is rotate it to the back, and you're going to find that as you rotate it, you have 3 different colored lights that can light up at the top. Now we're going to start off with the red color. What we need to do is adjust the sliders to get the red to match. And not just any red, you need to get the exact red for it to match. If you get the exact red and the reds match, you'll get a yellow light. After you get that yellow light, you can go ahead and rotate it back to the other side, and we're going to switch it to the next color. So now that we have successfully matched our red, we're going to move it to the next color, which is like a teal color. And what we're going to do is start off by moving the middle slider. Now, it's going to take a little bit of fine tuning. You can just see where I have my sliders by the time my light lights up. So like for instance, it should light up here in a few seconds, and you can just see where my sliders are at right here. That's where your sliders need to be to get the teal color to match. Next, we're going to find our third color. Should be up here somewhere, right there, purple. So now we need to match our third color, which is purple. And so just make sure that your sliders look just like this. And as soon as your sliders are like this, you should match your third color, finishing this puzzle. On to puzzle 30. We only have 6 more puzzles left, guys, and then we'll have our full completion or platinum trophy. So, in terms of solving puzzle 30, this one's fairly simple. You need to make each side be opposites of one another. So, we're going to start off by moving this one to the corners. Now, if we flip it to the opposite side of the block, you're going to find that all 4 squares are in the middle. You want to leave those alone. So rotate it once to the right, and for these sides, what we want to do is fill the rows at the top and bottom. We're going to leave that side the same, and then opposite of the top and bottom row, we want to have the side rows, which I guess would be columns. Anyhow, that's going to unlock the achievement worth 80 gamer score for completing 30 levels. On to level 31. With level 31, all we have to do, Again, this one's nice and simple. Sometimes we get lucky with these ones. You want to press the switch 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. That's going to go ahead and finish this puzzle nice and easy. On to puzzle 32. The next one kind of reminds me of those games that you see at like Peter Piper and Chuck E. Cheese, where you have to press the button on the light that you want to get the jackpot on. Anyhow, you need to press the button once it gets to the 9th light, which is that one right there. You want to switch to the blue side, and on the blue side, we're going to need to stop it on the 14th light, which is going to be the second one in the 3rd row. After you do that, that's going to complete this next puzzle, and we're on to puzzle 33. Now, this next one's actually really creative, and what you want to do is rotate it until you don't see both arrows at the bottom. As you can see, we're missing an arrow right here, but you can vaguely see an icon, barely. What you want to do is match that icon on that side. Up here, we have the hidden icon for this side. So we're going to go ahead and switch it to that one. And then on our next side, the icon is hidden right here on this brown part. So we're going to switch it to match that. And on the other side, just switch it until it completes the level. There we go. That completed level 33 and on to puzzle 34. Alright, so the best way to explain these solutions is to be like a clock. For the first one, we're going to switch this dial to 5 o'clock. We're going to rotate it to the right, and we're going to switch this one to 3 o'clock. And then this last one, we're going to switch this to 9 o'clock. That's going to complete that puzzle nice and quickly. On to puzzle 35. We only have 2 more puzzles left, guys, and one of them really isn't even a puzzle. You'll see in a second. For this puzzle, rotate to the pink side and dial that one down all the way so the outer pink is around 5 o'clock. Next, you want to go to the baby blue side and rotate that dial so that the outer blue portion is at about 7 o'clock. And then for this one, you want the outer yellow to be at about 12 o'clock, maybe 11 o'clock. That's going to complete that puzzle. On to puzzle 36. Puzzle 36 is super simple. Rotate to the left plate or the left side, and you want to press this corner right here, the brown plate. That's going to press a button, and that's going to unlock our achievement for completing all of the levels. That one's worth 80 gamer score. You're going to find that you still have one achievement left for completing the 36th level. You actually need to advance to the next screen, and it's going to unlock right there. That is the last step achievement worth 80 gamer score, and at this point you should have your full 1000 gamer score or platinum trophy. Other than that, I'd like to give a huge thank you to all of my Patreon subscribers. We just hit 21 patrons. I'd like to give a special shout out to everybody in the biggest fan club, including TimG84, AyoJ, Blackbird, and Kegger101. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment and don't forget to like and subscribe.